little tip again, okay? Make sure you square this foot off or close. You want to take your foot from this position to this position. There, now you're going to hit the net every time. You got it. Okay, so this toe over here. And now you got it. Finish. There you go, there's 50. Good shot.
You know what the ring 3 is?
It's on the board right there. There's a board with the labels right on the wall there. No, you're too open. You're going to shoot wide again. There you go. Almost 100 points. Good shot. Finish with your toe, nice and low to the target. So watch the toe of my stick when it finishes like this. Not like open and up, but over and through. So, okay, the toe to the target. It's like hockey.
My turn.
Watch out. Good shot. Good follow through.
Planning and prep especially, so that you can spend time teaching the skills. I find a lot of times that not enough thought's put into practices, and as a result, the 1 hour of ice time you might have a week, or the 2 hours of ice time you might have a week, doesn't get used very well because there's not a lot of planning and prep go into that to determine how you're going to teach the skills and how you're going to maximize your resources, be it people on the ice or the ice itself. For me, coaching the uncoachables is really what it's all been about as I've moved through the ranks. You can train the coachables, you can train physical, you can train mental, you can train the technical, tactical, all those things. But to teach the uncoachables, you really have to be human. You have to understand the people you're working with. You have to understand why they're there and what you're going to get out of them. And above all, you really have to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, then you don't know how you're affecting those people that you're working with. You don't know how you're impacting them either positively or negatively. And I find that a lot, that people don't know themselves, so as a result, they don't have any clue how they're impacting the people that they're working with. And you probably can see that in your workplace or in the offices, in your day-to-day lives. So coaching the uncoachables, I think, we all talk about passion, the passion that Canadians have, and the motivation. Well, the coach, and I'm going to talk specifically to female athletes here, okay? So the passion, where do they get the passion from? And you better find that out quickly. If they get the passion from their teammates, then social is very important to them. If they're getting the passion from their parents, then they might not be the reason they're there, it may not be their reason. If they're getting the passion from inside them, well, that's a little bit different story. So understanding where they're getting the passion so that you can motivate them. If they're getting the passion from their teammates, then they like to do drills where they're together or they're playing games, some of those fun games that you play before practice or the end of the practice, that motivates them. The motivation.
It's supposed to be cleared for contact. So I'll walk with you another 50 yards, and then I see him. And he's getting light, so I'm going to sit really well. I see him on the trail, I put his bed down, get his gutters down, see his mic down. Take his over to my place, let's get it out. I take the girls to the piano, go back that night with the headlamps, We've got different money, and we found that about 3 or 4 half of those
Yeah, no.
Where there wasn't a lot of rinks. I was raised in Hamilton, Ontario, and we had a park, and the parks used to make ice when it was cold enough, and that's where I learned to skate. Actually, my dad made a rink in the front yard for us, and so I learned to skate there, and it was all about being down Mahoney Park. Organized hockey for boys at the time, and there was no hockey for girls at all, but for boys, didn't start till you were 12 years old. But I was down the park every night. They put lights up, and we had a lot of pickup games, a lot of fun there. So all I knew, I was having fun playing. I loved sports. I loved all of them. I turned out to be quite a good football player and a baseball player, and I could play soccer. And so anytime there was games going on, and I was raised near a place called Mahoney Park. We got another Hamiltonian here someplace, and Mahoney Park was a great place for kids to be around. So I really took that opportunity to learn skills, and we had some great fathers and older men around that would take time to try to teach us the finer parts of the game that we could handle. Of course, as a young person, you know, you're just learning the real rudiments of the game. We have some that here are as young as Haley's telling me 5 years old, and we have midgets here that are up to 14, perhaps older. And so you're all varying different levels of skill. But that skill and the challenge to become better starts at a young age. You learn to understand that this is such a great game, the game of hockey, that...
Ask you, so you've got 12 to 15, 16-year-old girls here. Maybe one day want to play on Canada's national team. You're the boss of the national team right now. You know, can you just speak to a little bit about, you know, what you see the girls doing and what it takes to get there and the types of things they should be focusing on to be there?
I talked about it a little earlier today, and one of the things that we try to emphasize is the process of getting there. Being your best and buying into the team system, and Pat just alluded to that with any team. But I think if you buy into the team system and prepare yourself and take ownership and do the work, I think things on the ice will take care of themselves. And off-ice conditioning and training, off-ice education on nutrition, making sure you get enough rest, taking care of things at home, doing your schoolwork, coming to the ice prepared to learn as much as you can every day, whether it's a skill session or whether it's a team practice, whether it's a game, and just taking in all the information you can and soaking it in and making that a habit every single day. Because I think if you make it a habit and you really focus on it and you know what you want and set that goal, things will take care of itself.